A histogram's shape depends on where you put the bin edges. The kernel density estimate fixes that. It replaces the bars with one smooth curve. Here's wafer thickness, with a separate density curve for each recipe. The idea is simple. For every data point, we drop a tiny smooth bump, then add them all up. The curve is tall where points crowd together and low where they're sparse. No bins, no jagged edges, and easy to overlay several groups at once. A density curve has one knob that matters, the bandwidth, which sets how wide each bump is. Too narrow, and the curve goes spiky, inventing peaks out of noise. Too wide, and it washes everything into one bland hump. Stratum can pick a good value for you with rules like Silverman, Scott, or Shether-Jones. Then you nudge from there. When you have many groups, overlapping curves get tangled. A ridgeline plot gives each group its own row, stacked like a mountain range, so you can compare 10 distributions at a glance. Density plots are about shape. When you need exact numbers, medians, percentiles, the fraction below a spec limit, switch to the empirical CDF. It's a rising staircase. The height at any value is the proportion of data at or below it. That makes percentiles a matter of reading the graph. Cross from 1/2 to find the median, from 0.9 for the 90th percentile. And if one group's curve sits to the right of another's, it simply runs larger. Finally, add a rug to show the raw points and overlay the mean and median. Next, the QQ plot, for when you need to know if your data is actually normal.